Tonight we have a subject to talk to, and that is man and his handicaps, teacher and his downfall. And descending God and ascending human. You cannot, will not, and shall not love another human. You cannot, will not, and shall not love another human. Thou shalt love no one. Question is why? Why it is true? Why this flat statement is true? Whereas everybody wants to love, needs to love, is in love, and there's nothing but love. Why this statement is so flatly true? Anybody has the answer?
No attachments?
Hmm?
No attachments?
No, we are not talking philosophy here, we are talking something very simple. Statement is very heavy, you should hear it. You will not, shall not, love. My God, it's disastrous. And then the statement is everything without love is nothing. So you will not love, thou shalt not love. It is a statement in a very proverbial and direct form. It's very heavy. And you can't admit it. You can't even accept it. But because everything in you intuitively and in a fantasy mood or fancifully, you want love. Yeah? People don't love you, they love their idea. Yep.
It's only the God in us that loves the God in the other.
God in us loves the gods in other. Good.
Love the subconscious of the unknown of the other person.
Love is the unknown of the other person. All right?
We should love God. And God is in me, in you, and everyone.
God we should love, God is in me, you.
I love one person. God is not just in one person.
God is in everybody. Yeah. I wish I should have studied this subject before I started it. Yeah. We should not search for this, we should not search for that. We are stupid. What are we talking about? You understand what the statement has been made? You shall not love, will not love, cannot love, and do not know how to love. Whereas love is everything you want to love. Love is all what there is. And it is a statement very heavy. And you are being asked to answer the question, why? Yeah.
We don't know how to love ourselves.
We know how to love ourselves. That's not a statement. We do not know how to love ourselves. What do you mean by you don't know how to? Yeah. I have to repeat it what you say so it can go on record. Love is what? Love is a vibration we pull through. We need it, something to pull through, right? Ah, God. We...
Can't love another because we're too self-centered and too selfish.
Well, that's a pretty heavy statement. We cannot love, and that's a statement. and we need to love, that's a statement. We will, shall not love, that's a very heavy statement. And we need to love, want to love, and all that, that's a statement. Fact is, if a person has not experienced, love of his and her soul within oneself, there is no chance that that person can go out and love. Whereas faculty of love is what you most powerfully need. So when statement is that flat as I made it first, you must understand that that's a handicap. That's a handicap in us, that as we develop, we do not have been taught, learn, or wants to experience our own spiritual soul, self-love. The word spiritual to us is a foreign. Spiritual means good, spiritual means right, spiritual means high, spiritual means a lot of things to us. But spiritual only means me within me is infinite. Me within me is infinite. And spiritual means me within me is infinite, and me within me as infinite shall relate, experience, express, project infinity. Project? So, where are you coming from? You are all coming from flea market. Oh yeah, you are all members of the flea market. You have all your sexual, sensual, sensitive shops open, and you sell yourself in the name of love. And you know what it is? It is the most beautiful, comprehensive, divine pranic energy. Pranic energy which God gave you, which you should have experienced. And what you did, you turned into a mucus and saliva, and you call it kisses and hugs and sex. You have no sensitivity that your soul shall live in this subtle body, and your subtle body is as sophisticated as anything in the universe can be. So until you do not produce in yourself elegance, grace, sophisticatedness in your mind, manners, and attitude, and you do not come from that infinite altitude, and you do not ascend to that altitude, you cannot descend in love. Higher is your being, comes the love here. I understand what love you understand in English. That consumes you. That is a natural, biological essence of human mind, body, and spirit in which you are consumed. That's way to die, and you must die, and therefore you must practice that. So, time you waste in emotion, feeling, commotions, well, there are 5 things that are bad. One is lust, other is anger, third is greed, attachment, and pride. There are 5 things. They come from ether, air, fire, water, and earth. So those 5 things you can't get rid of because those 5 things are from 5 elements and you are the product of 5 elements. Now try to understand as teachers, try to understand you are of the 5 elements and you are not the 5 elements. You have a spirit and a soul, but you have no spirit and soul. You have the body, but you don't have the body. You have the mind and you don't have the mind. What we are talking about here? You have and you don't? What is this? Because what you have is the existence. What you are is the non-existence. Because out of the existence, a non-existence arises and ascended, and that's the teacher. Not this mother idiot who has defect in the brain, to have sensuality and sexuality, and thus he creates the greed, the attachment, and the charisma to suck in, and gets the pride that you are a teacher. You're not a teacher, you're a sucker. You're an idiot sucker who's wasting your life, which is gifted to you by God, in the body of a human, and the mind which is a part of infinity, and the soul which is absolute purity. With all these 3 in the being of the human, you are not a teacher because you don't project your nothingness into oneness. Teacher project his and her nothingness, shunya, into prana. And that's very simple human living thing, which looks very elevated, but which is just must. So, what do? You substitute yourself with emotions, commotions, feeling, fantasies, drama, and dreams. God knows what. There are thousands of things. And tragedy is you have not met a teacher. If you have met a teacher, the soul was promised, thou shalt, when soul said, I'm not going to go, God said, you have to go because you asked for the test and challenge. And you challenge the infinity of divinity. And I have to create infinity in divinity, and I'm going to send you to this planet. Go. So you said, no. I first agreed, now I don't agree. So like a kid, you just start playing games. And God said, you gotta go. You said, no. I don't have, I'm afraid, I don't have courage, I don't want to go. I'm too cozy here, I want to be tested. So God gave you mind. And you said, what is this? It's a tool which can take you to infinity, and beyond infinity is me, and it takes you to shunya, and beyond shunya is me. So both sides is me. In between is a swing. And play, baby, play, swing. But you got to leap both sides to infinity, and you got to remember it. If you want any time to come to me, yes, you can. And you said, what is the guarantee? You know, you are pretty American. You said, no, what is the guarantee? Give me the guarantee, warranty at least. How do I know that this mind will work? And how do you know I will work? How do you know I'll come back? And this is now, I want to be sure. I want to come back. And the God said, you shall meet a teacher, ustad, one who teach you ustad. Ustad is that institute, that being, which will teach you ustad. Ustad means praise. But it will be a moment. And if you recognize and organize, you shall be liberated, you shall come. You say, okay, that's worthwhile. Okay, I'm going. Or me, soul is going, and You give me the tattvas. So all these tattvas has some essence, those 5 things. Calm. Calm is desire. Kamana is the reference to the self-reverence. So, you learn through the experience of a yogi that calm should be converted into kamana. You can't get rid of it, don't misunderstand. You can't blame it as bad. What is bad about it? It is what it is. Without that desire, you cannot reach. But you can desire desirelessness. To be desireless is a desire. So you can convert desire into desirelessness. What are the benefits? Catch 22. If you desire the desirelessness and you perfect it, you don't have to desire. Desirability will be yours. Your ability to get all desirability and produce it in your environments is granted. Very good deal. Very good deal. Krodh is from fire you have anger, and mostly you get angry. If you do not get angry, people make you angry. Because you only become truthful twice. When you are absolutely insensitively and sensitively in a passionate love, or you are in utmost fear, or you are angry. You at that time come out without reservation, because anger, when you are practicing anger, you are practicing insanity. You have no sense of even metabolism, you have no sense of self-protection, you have no sense of anything. You have to come and say and do. So anger is very consuming. Anger makes you less than a human and more of a beast. But on the other hand, if you divert this anger toward your weaknesses, you will be perfect. In essence, you get angry if you do not do what's correct. So anger was meant for self-purification. It was not meant to burn others. Then third was greed. You want beautiful thing, you want sex, you want partner, you want a soulmate. God knows how many stories you have made about yourself, but you want. It's very uncomfortable that you keep on wanting everything. But if you get diverted into one want, the greed comes to the fact that you become extremely greedy, that you will not absolutely be greedy. Then all the nature will serve you. You will have all. Nature will give you all what you need. Now comes the attachment. Well, you can be attached to me, you, us, all, none. And you can be attached to your neurosis, and which normally 99.9% are. People are very neurotic. They circulate and they cycle. their life at the wheel of neurosis, self-neurosis. But out of this self-neurosis, if you become insane enough, neurotic enough, in love enough to attach yourself to infinity, you can from that mental swing reach God on both sides. It's very simple. Hankar, the pride, you will boast, you will be pride, you will further feel other inferior, yourself superior. So you will play the game of inferiority and superiority complex. Because you live life of complexes. You live life of complexes, and everything you do has a complex. So you are very divided into pigeonholes. You do not know how to get out of it. But what is there you cannot get out? Let us be very sensitive about it. You can be very proud and grateful and gracious that you have a chance of time and space. I should be very grateful I have time with you and I have space with you. I can be very proud that my name is spiritual, it is guiding, reminding, going. So many things your self-pride can give you, but if you do not put it with others, you do not compete, compare, and confuse yourself, you can be marvelous. So all what there is self-realization. But basically your fulfillment is not because of your insecurity. Because with that insecurity you are handicapped and people see it. As I was talking to you this morning, a teacher is not who's very popular, who's very wise, who's all-knowing, who has all the powers. That's not teacher. Teacher is an artist with a hammer and a chisel. Whenever you will meet a teacher, God, there will be a spark. First thing is, first introduction of you and your teacher is you're going to find what wrong with you is. Mostly you will not like to hear that. You will skip that person. But you are most welcome to skip it, but you do not know you lost that one chance which the soul was promised. Teacher is not a public relation bundle, a packet. Very charming, very beautiful, very marvelous, very gracious, very kind, very sweet. That's angel, not a teacher. Very passionate, very loving, very darling, very attractive, very sucking, very knowing. That may be a professor, not a teacher. Very knowledgeable, very sharing, very high-grade knowing, absolutely, amazingly, all the best there is. That may be a sage, wise sage, saint, not a teacher. So you have all come here to become teachers, and you must understand the faculty of teacher. A teacher is sharp enough to cut the hardness of the heart. hardness of the and rudeness of the mind and falsehood of the head and the shakiness of the feet, and challenges a person with absolute definitive graceful power of projection and leave you no alternative but to submit, surrender, and come in obedience. Submit, surrender, and come in obedience. You are going to become teachers. Are you going to be that powerful? With that caliber? Teacher is not a fast food lane, call-in, drive-in situation. When you will meet your teacher, you will wish and pray you should not have met that person. First encounter will be, why you are so idiot. That was my encounter. When I met my teacher, I went with my servants and my this and that. And when I came in the evening, everything was gone. There was nothing, absolutely. And he told me, he said, what do you think you are? What are you here? I said, I came to study with you. He said, what? Your horses will study with me, your servants will study with me, your clothes will study with me. Hey, you're going to stay here bare naked and you have a job to do. I said, I saw a bucket with lime. He said, there are outhouses, see that they don't smell and keep clean. That's it for today. That's the first lesson. And I looked at the guy and I said, how many of this kind I can buy? 30,000, 60,000? Who is he? What is telling me? I'm going to sleep tonight at this bed. Somebody's going to sleep over me and pass wind, and somebody's going to, and it's so many. What is it? Is this teaching? What I'm going to learn here? To smell fart and look at the guy who's next door to me, and God made me so beautiful and so elegant. I'm born in a good family. I have everything what I need. What I need these teachings for? And now I have to go and look at the shit of others and I'm going to put this lime on it. This is my first job? Is there somebody? How many I can hire? I can hire the whole town for it. What is this? Why I came? Oh no. That was exact feeling. I'm not